I'm definitely not late. No, 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 no. I'm not late. You're late. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? I'm just going to give it a minute for people to come in, but we're going to be talking about UA. I know you can't see my face right now. You just see the thank you patrons, which, yeah, thanks to the patrons. OneD&D has some pretty cool stuff happening, and they got some more cool stuff. I happened to catch the video yesterday about them announcing it, and so I was like, we're going to talk about this. So it's going to be a good time. I'm going to give it like another 30 seconds while I just catch people and see how everyone's doing. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Look, I even set it for like 2:15 my time, and then managed to be here at 2:18. So you know we're close. We're getting better about being on time. Anyways, I can probably change to this view. Hello. How is everyone? I am here. I am wild hair, but you know, it's fine. We're going for it. So yeah, all that I know about the changes is that they're like gonna start assigning classes or assigning tags to classes, like making classes labeled as like expert, for example, and then expert classes can get cool like unique expert class based things. So it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to dig into it a bit more and see what I think about it. Of course, it put it up right there. One moment. I need my... Nope, that's not right. I need this. There we go. I need the music down a little bit on my side. It's a little loud. The nice thing is I can turn it down just on my side. Anyways, that's enough time there. Again, thank you to the patrons. Thank you to Andrew Lorenz and Cassandra for supporting me. You can do that in the Patreon if you would like to, rather than supporting elsewhere. Just so you guys know, I am more and more realizing that I am just terrible at editing and will continue to be. So videos will be coming soon, but what I'm probably going to do is to pull back the curtain a bit, I'm gonna just like OBS record it like I'm recording a stream, and then I'm gonna just do it all in one take and hope it works out that way. So that'll be interesting, but hopefully videos soon that aren't just live streams. Anyways, look at that. I got all the fancy setup again. It's all good to go. We got the Unearthed Arcana up. Are you all able to read this? Is it too... I imagine it's probably a little small for people on their phones, but for people on computer, perhaps you're able to read it. Regardless, I will be kind of going through the changes. I will be reading them. So if you can't read it, anything that seems important, I will say out loud. So Unearthed Arcana 2022. This is September 2022. Expert classes. This document is the second in a series of Unearthed Arcana articles. The material here uses rules from the 2014 Player's Handbook, except where noted, etc., etc. Inside, you'll find the following content. Very good. Expert classes. 3 classes appear in this document, each one a member of the expert group, the Bard, the Ranger, and the Rogue. Each class will appears with 1 subclass. More subclasses will appear in Unearthed Arcana in the months ahead. Okay. It's interesting that they call it each one a member of the expert group. It means that there's probably more expert classes. That makes sense. Bard, Ranger, and Rogue. I'd probably consider Artificer to be an expert. You could even maybe consider something like... No, I would guess maybe just Artificer would be the other one that I'd consider. Feats. Feats follow class descriptions, particularly feats available to the classes in this document. Okay. Spell lists. The 3 spell lists are here. Cool, and the Bard potentially uses all 3. All right, it's just because they're relisting the way that they list their spells. Makes sense. Rules glossary. Any term in the body text that is underlined appears in a glossary at the end. The glossary defines game terms that have been clarified or redefined from this playtest. Okay, cool. That makes it a lot easier for me to know how they're listing and doing things, at least. So, playtest material. Yep, it's playtest material, please. They've already confirmed Artificer is an expert. That makes sense. This playtest material, please use it as playtest material. It's not official, blah, 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 blah. How to playtest. If you do combine this article with the previous one, use only the rules glossary found here. Okay, makes sense. They're updating the rules as it goes. Let's see. Power level might be powerful or might not be. They're still working on it, etc., etc. How to give feedback. Oh, what's ahead in the OneD&D playtest? Here we go. We have many things in store for you to read and try out in the months ahead. Here are some highlights. Revised versions of every class of the 2014 Player's Handbook, which means probably no Artificer, and there's another class, isn't there, that's out that's not part of the handbook? Maybe it's just Artificer. My brain isn't working on that front right now. 48 subclasses, including the subclasses in this article. Cool. New and revised spells, feats, new weapon options. Okay. A new system for creating a home base for your characters. That's fun. Revised encounter building rules, new and revised monsters. We did this kind of with Questo. We specifically, Jacob, Tyler, and I specifically were like, it's really cool that you get a home base in Waterdeep. We should do that for our book. And so we made all the little bases that we gave you guys in the Questo. Blood Hunter isn't an official D&D class, but it's probably what I'm thinking of. That is exactly what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Dallas. Let's see. As the playtest progresses, you'll see new versions of things. Yep. Parts of a class. The primary ability of a class is critical to some of the class's features, so when you create your character, that ability is a great place to put one of your ability scores. Okay. So, for example, rogues use dex. Okay. Summarily, when you gain the ability score improvement feat, consider increasing your primary ability. Yeah. Finally, to use the multi-classing rules, you must have at least a 13 of score. Okay, so all that is the same. They've just gone and listed it in a way that makes it seem more official, I suppose, to what's happening. It makes more official sense, makes more rephrased, basically. Each class is a member of a class group, a set of classes that have certain features and themes in common. Okay. Oh, here we go. Experts, Bard, Ranger, Rogue. Characteristics, Polymaths who have the expertise feature and elements of the other classes. Okay, well, 3 of those do have expertise. Mages, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard, adepts of arcane magic. Yep. Priest, Cleric, Druid, and Paladin. Stewards of divine or primal magic. Okay. And Warriors, Barbarian, Fighter, and Monk. Masters of combat who can deal and endure many wounds. The Artificer is also an expert. That class appears in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything and Eberron Rising from the Last War, not the Player's Handbook. Cool. I like this. I like that they got 4 different groups. The 4 different groups make sense. I feel like everyone kind of already does this in their minds. Like, am I wrong? Everyone always goes, oh, you already have a barbarian? Okay, I'm not going to play fighter or a monk then. I'll play something else that fills a different role. Oh, you have a wizard? Okay, I probably shouldn't play warlock or sorcerer if we need a healer, which would be one. Like, everyone does that, right? Like, that's kind of a thing that people do in this game. At least in things that I've noticed. I'm going to try to drag over my chat. Ooh. 1 second. Thank you for making it way bigger than it needs to be. Please. I just want my chat next to... Okay, that'll work. Alright. A class group has no rules in itself, but prerequisites and other rules... Crap. 1 moment. My chat box is being very annoying. All right, it's going back over here. I wanted to try to be cool and put it where I wouldn't look like I was looking this way, but never mind, I suppose. The class group has no rules in itself, but prerequisites and other rules can refer to those groups. Makes sense. Only members of Mage might be able to attune a particular magic item. Oh! I like that a lot, actually. Or a feat might be available only to members of the warrior group. I remember kind of hearing about this, so that makes sense to me too. When creating a party of adventurers, one way to form a well-rounded group is to include at least one member of each class group. That said, mix match classes to your heart's content. Yeah, okay. So they said the same thing. Creating a member of the class. Description includes a section on how to create a member of that class. That section, yep. Class features. Each class Grant special features at certain levels. Okay, that makes sense. Subclass. A class's description is followed by a section dedicated to subclass for that class. A subclass represents an area. Yep, that makes sense. When playtesting a new version, you can use a subclass from an older source. If the older subclass offers features at levels that are different from the subclass levels in this class, follow the older level progression. After that class lets you get in the subclass. Okay. 3 class highlights. All 3 classes have new features as well as revised versions of old features. When a class offers a decision, a suggested choice is usually presented. I like that a lot. Each class's old 20th level feature has been moved to 18th level, opening up 20th level for epic boons. Whoa! Wait, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit now. Where's Rogue? Where is Rogue? Does that mean that Rogue at 18th level now gets... They get Stroke of Luck at 18th. That's wild. That's crazy. That's cool. That's crazy. The boons are stupid power and you love them. I mean, at that point, you're 20th level. Like, at that point, why not, right? Just have fun. Have fun at that point. Play whatever the heck you want. Be big power, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? All right, Bard is part of the expert group. Primary ability, Charisma. I like this. A little way of describing this. Invoking magic through music, dance, and verse. All of this seems like lore. I do not mean that lore is bad. I simply mean that I am reviewing the other part of the Unearthed Arcana. So we're going to look at the other part. Cool. Yep. All their abilities. All of this looks very familiar. The bardic die increases, proficiency bonus. They get feats, expertise. All of this makes sense. Creating a bard. To create a bard, consult the following list, which provide hit points, proficiencies, and armor training. That's a new term. Okay. If you're making a first level character, also consult the starting equipment section. And if you're using the multi-classing section, see multi-classing the bard. All right. Yep, so normal bard creation stuff, 1d8 per bard level, all the normal stuff. I should probably watch the actual videos that come out. I will at one point. This is just my first impressions. Dexterity and charisma, saving throws, yep. All of this makes sense. Deception, performance, persuasion, or any 3 skills of your choice. So bards can now be proficient in anything, which is interesting. Simple weapons, 3 musical instruments of your choice. They have light armor training. I'm going to assume until we get to the glossary that armor training is just a fancy way of them saying trained in armor. They already could? Really? I thought that they had some limitations. Maybe they didn't. As a first level character, you start with the following equipment, or you can forego it and spend 100 gold on equipment of your choice. Yep, that's very normal. Multi-classing in the bard. If your group uses multi-classing rules, here's what you need to know. You need to have at least a 13 in charisma. If bard isn't your initial class, you gain 1 skill of your choice. That's cool. You get some proficiencies. I think you might have already gotten that, but that's still cool. You get light armor training and all your bard levels to the appropriate levels from other classes to determine your available spell slots. Yep. Okay, so multi-classing is about the same. Armor training is the same as being proficient. That's kind of what I figured. Class features. As a bard, you gain the following class features when you reach the specified levels in this class. These features are listed on the bard table. Bardic Inspiration, you can supernaturally inspire others through words, music, or dance. Yep. Bardic Inspiration, yep. You can use it in the following ways. Okay. Boost a d20 test. Okay. When another creature within 60 feet of you that can see or hear you fails a d20 test, you can use your reaction to give the creature a Bardic Inspiration die. Oh, interesting. The creature rolls that die and adds the number rolled to the d20, potentially turning the failure to a success. So it's a reaction now. Immediately after another creature within 6 feet of you that you can see or hear takes damage, you can use your reaction to roll your Bardic Inspiration die and restore a number of hit points to the creature equal to that number rolled. This is cool. It's also interesting that it lets you get to know if they failed the test. So Bardic Inspiration will never be used in a crappy situation again where it's like, I'm going to roll Bardic Inspiration. And it's like, well, you would have succeeded anyways, but also you added a 2. That's actually very interesting. I like that. That's kind of fun. Bardic Inspiration die is expanded when it's rolled. Yep. You get equal to proficiency. Okay, well, that's the norm. The die increases. Okay. Spell casting. They give you spells that you can choose. They give you a list of pre-prepared spells, which is nice. Or you can prepare 2 0-level spells, which I'm going to guess are cantrips, and they're just calling them 0 level now. And 2 first-level spells. Yep, must be an arcane spell. Okay. Oh, and it must be from divination, enchantment, and illusion or transmutation. Interesting. Was that always a thing? I feel like that wasn't always a thing. I think this is different. The schools of magic that bard spells have to be from. That's pretty cool though. That they're really like kind of, they're not shoehorning bard, but they're defining bard, which I feel like bard's definition of being good at everything was always kind of like not incredible, because it's literally just, I'm a bard, I can do everything kind of good, but like they're actually kind of defining what the bard does now, which is fun. Whenever you finish the long rest, you can practice your bardic arts. Replace a new spell with a arcane spell abiding by the school restriction. Okay. At higher levels in this class table, you can prepare more spells. Yep. Control prepare bard spells for recommendations. That's cool. Spell marked with a dagger in that section is always prepared and can't be replaced when you prepare spells. Okay. Spell slots. The bard table shows how many spell slots you have at each level. Yep, that makes sense. Spellcasting ability and your focus. Okay, expertise in 2 skills. Performance and persuasion are iconic choices for a bard if you have proficiency in them. That's fun. Song of Restoration. You have learned how to use music, poetry, and dance to heal wounds and maladies. When you reach certain levels in this class, you add a specific spell to your Songs of Restoration repertoire. You always have that spell prepared, and it doesn't count against the number of spells you can prepare. That is cool. I like that. That's a fun way to get healing as a bard without feeling like you like gotta take cure wounds. You just get spells that are prepared for being a bard. I like that. That's fun. At least that's kind of, oh, and they're not all like, freedom of movement isn't a healing spell, and neither is greater or lesser restoration. So it's even like an array of spells. That's cool. I like that a lot. The College of Lore is detailed here. Otherwise, blah, 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 you get your subclass. 4th level, you gain the ability score improvement feat or another feat of your choice. Okay. The ability score improvement is apparently a feat now. That's fine. I mean, it's basically, this is just simplifying what happens at 4th level or any feat level. You don't gotta think, oh, do I want an ability score improvement or a feat? It's just, no, you get a feat. That makes sense. I like that. Jack of all trades, add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check you make that uses a skill proficiency you lack and doesn't otherwise use a proficiency bonus. Yeah, okay, Jack of all trades is the same. Subclass feature, cool. Fonta Bardic Inspiration, you get Bardic Inspiration on a short rest, yep. Feat, yep. Expertise, yep. Subclass feature, cool. Magical secrets, you get a spell that you want of any kind. Oh, but you can do it whenever you want. What did I miss? Oh, in addition, if a creature rolls your Bardic Inspiration die and gets a 1, that use of your Bardic Inspiration isn't expended. That's fun. It always feels bad to roll a 1 and then be like, oh, that's a wasted Bardic Inspiration. I like that. The number you prepare spells of each level equals the number of spell slots you have in that level. Interesting. Okay, so you prepare spells now. Yeah, you do. You prepare spells now as a bard. Okay. Yeah, no more proficiency plus level. I think I like that. I think I like that. We'll have to see. Let's look at spell casting again. Prepare spells. When we finish the long rest, at higher levels, you can prepare more spells. The numbers there determine the number of different spells you can prepare at each level. For example, as a 3rd level bard, you can prepare 2 different 0 level, 4 different 1st level, and 2 different 2nd level. But they're prepared spells now, so you can change whatever you want, right? And the bard table also shows you spell slots. Okay. Interesting. When you finish long rest, you can press board cards to replace any one spell with another arcane spell. Okay, I understand. Magical secrets are cool. You can prepare spells for the class, and up to 2 of them can be from the chosen list and from any school of magic. Yep. Feat. Yep. Subclass feature are cool. More magical secrets. Cool. Feat. Cool. Superior bardic inspiration. When you roll initiative, you gain 2 expended uses. That's nice. That's better than what that used to be. That's just better. Because it used to be what? If you had none, you get two back or something. This is just you get 2, which is nice whenever you roll initiative. Feat. You gain the ability score improvement feat. Yep. And an epic boon. It's so funny to me that you get epic boons at level 20 now. Jacob's gonna have a riot when that happens. He's gonna be like, this isn't fun anymore. I mean, we never hit level 20 in our games anyways, but yeah. All the recommended spells, that's fine, whatever. College of Lore, let's go. College of Lore, we don't read lore, we go to 3rd level. Gain 3 skill proficiencies, Arcana, History, and Nature. If you already have one of these, choose a different one. Cool. Cutting words, you can use your wit to supernaturally distract, confuse, and otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you succeeds on an ability check or an attack roll, you can use your reaction to expend one of your bardic inspirations, rolling a bardic inspiration die. Okay, so cutting words is cutting words. Me and my homies hate lore. Exactly. We don't read lore here. We examine the levels. Cunning inspiration. Through your studies and your cunning, you've learned to inspire others exceptionally well. When any creature rolls your bardic inspiration die, that creature can roll the die twice and use the higher of 2 rolls. That's fun. Better cutting words. Whenever you use your cutting words feature on a creature, you can deal psychic damage to that creature equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die plus your charisma. Whenever you cutting words, you just do damage too. Imagine killing an enemy with cutting words. How did you kill the BBEG, guys? Oh, I used my bardic inspiration. That's how I killed the BBEG. I used my bardic inspiration. That's pretty funny. I like that. And then Peerless Skill. When you make an ability check and fail, you can expend 1, use the bardic inspiration, roll a bardic inspiration die, and add the number. If the check still fails, the bardic inspiration isn't expended. Whoa. That's cool. I like that too. And you can use it on yourself. Oh, no, you do use it on yourself. I like that. That's fun. You can inspire yourself, and if you fail to inspire yourself, then you don't lose it. All right. Overall, thought on Bard changes. I think the Bard changes are pretty cool. Obviously, you can't tell exactly how it's going to play until you play it. But I think that overall it's stronger. I think that overall it's very cool, very fun. I like it a lot. I think Songs of Restoration, repertoire, and the Bardic Inspiration changes are like the 2 kings of this for me. I think that those are going to be very cool. It's going to be very cool changes. It's going to be weird not being able to Bardic Inspiration on a bonus action anymore. But I don't know if you need that. You inspired him to die. Yeah. I don't know if you need that necessarily. I like it. Ranger. The rogue's little brother. Expert, dexterity and wisdom, yep. Lore, we don't read lore. Following lists, armor training, all that fun stuff. 1d10, yep. Saving throws. Choose 3 from these, or the generic 3. I love it. Ranger, similar list. They get first level spells at level 1 now? Did they always do that? They didn't, did they? One moment. Ignore the news, apparently. Ranger. I don't know how that... Oh, it kind of works. Yeah, you didn't get spells until 2nd level in base game. That's cool. Oh, and you get cantrips. You didn't get cantrips before. That's fun. Simple and martial weapons, no tools, light armor, medium armor, shields. Yep, you get art, you get gold. Multiclassing in the ranger, all of that fun stuff. What you get for multiclassing, blah 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 blah. Ranger class features. Here we go. Expertise at level 1 and favorite enemy. You are adept at focusing your ire on a single foe. You always have the Hunter's Mark spell prepared, and it doesn't count against the number of spells you can prepare. Moreover, you don't have to concentrate on the spell once you cast it. Whoa! It'll last for its full duration until you end as a bonus action or until you're incapacitated. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I actually really do like that. That's fun. You get Hunter's Mark, and it's just a spell that you can it's not a prepared spell and all that fun stuff. I like that. Spell casting, spell preparation, you have the following spells prepared. Alternatively, yep, they use primal. Okay, when you finish a long rest, you can replace one. So this works the same as Bard. It's just a lower number of spells. Okay, that's fine. Fighting style, you get a fighting style whenever you gain a feat at later levels. Fighting style feats are among your options, even though you aren't a member of the warrior group. That's cool. I like how they were like, we have designed a designation for every class, and now that we've designed this designation, they will get special things for being part of that designation. Also, the ranger can just take warrior feats. But ignore that. But no, it's specifically fighting style feats. That makes sense because the ranger kind of needs that type of stuff to be available to them. It doesn't make sense if they don't, because rangers are, typically fighters of some descript, but they are like the jungle fighters or the snow fighters. They're like the special forces fighters. You get your subclass. They describe hunter here. Cool. A feat. Yep. Extra attack. Yep. Roving. Your speed increases by 10 feet when you aren't wearing heavy armor. You also have a climb speed and a swim speed equal to your speed. What? Ranger just gets that now? That's cool. I know Ranger got the 10-foot increase, but not the climb speed and the swim speed, right? I don't know Ranger that well. Ranger is probably one of my least known classes. What did Ranger used to get? No! Why did I do this? History. Ranger. What did Ranger used to get at 7th level? Ranger archetype feature. Okay, that's not fun. 8th level feat, 9th level expertise. Okay, subclass, yep, tireless. Primal forces now help fuel you on your journeys, granting you the following benefits. Tasha's already gave that. Oh. Well, now it's not Tasha's anymore, is it? Now it's just... Now it's not Tasha's. Now it's not an official book anymore. Now it's in UA. So obviously it's more official than it used to be. Anyway, primal forces now help fuel you on your journeys, granting you the following benefits. Whenever you finish a short or a long rest, you can give yourself another temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your proficiency. Cool. If you are exhausted when you finish a short rest, your level of exhaustion decreases by 1. That's fun. That makes sense. Like, Ranger should be better at not being tired. Like, that's their whole gimmick is being good at journeying and travel and all that. That makes sense. I like it. Feat. You gain the ability to score improvement feat or another feat of your choice. 13th level, Nature's Veil. You invoke spirits of nature to magically hide yourself from view. As a bonus action, you can expend a spell slot and become invisible until the end of your next turn. No limits? No limits. It just happens, and you can just do it for bonus action. I feel like that should have like a, you can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency. That seems wild. Imagine free advantage every turn. Well, wait, how do they define invisible now, I wonder? 14th level subclass feature, you gain a feature from your ranger subclass. Okay, feral senses. Your connection to the forces of nature grants you blind sight with a range of 30 feet. Oh my goodness, they're really taking Ranger and taking it from 0 to hero, huh? Holy crap. They're getting Oh, it does expend a spell slot. You're right. You are right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Two Gnomes. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you. You are completely right. Blind sight with a range of 30 feet is wild, though. Your Hunter's Mark now deals an extra 1d10 damage rather than the 1d6. Okay. And then epic boon. What music is this? Is this still my lo-fi? It is still my lo-fi. All right. Fine by me. First and second level ranger gets guidance and thorn whip. Oh, this is just recommended spells. Yep, that's fine. Good ol' hunter. All right. You stalk prey in the wilds and elsewhere, using your abilities as a hunter to protect nature and people everywhere from forces that would destroy them. This is the most generic block of text I have ever seen Wizards of the Coast write. This is... They really wrote, you stalk prey places and use your cool skills to protect people and trees from the bad guy. That's honestly the most generic thing I've ever seen them write. That is really funny. I love Wizards of the Coast. They're great. Like, they do really good stuff for the game, in my opinion. That's just really... And I get it. It's Unearthed Arcana. It doesn't need to be super detailed or super special. But it's so great. I love it. Hunter kind of got nerfed. Yeah, but Hunter might have gotten nerfed. But they get blind sight at level 15. A 30-foot of blind sight. It's kind of wild. Even at 15th level, that's kind of wild. Anyways, Hunter's Prey. Your tenacity can wear down even the most resilient foes. When you hit a creature with a weapon or an unarmed strike, yep. As part of an attack action, yep. You deal an extra 1d8 damage to the target who's missing any of its hit points once per turn. Can I make a Brawling Ranger? When you hit a creature with a weapon or an unarmed strike as part of the attack action, you deal an extra 1d8 damage once per turn. Imagine Hunter's marking and then punching someone and doing a d10 plus 1d8 damage. Dude, Brawling Ranger, that seems fun. Hunter's Lore at level 6. You call on the forces of nature to reveal certain strengths and weaknesses of your prey. When a creature is marked by your Hunter's Mark, you know whether the creature has any immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities, and if the creature has any, you know what they are. Was that always a thing? Because if that wasn't always a thing, that's wild. Like, I get it. Like, players are going to know that stuff probably because they're players, and people that aren't, like, a first-time player are going to know that, like, you know, insert creature here is, you know, what is it? Like a fire elemental is immune to fire damage. Okay. Or if they're resistant. Regardless. It's cool that, like, there's an ability now that Rangers get that lets you do that because you should be able to do that. 10th level multi-attack, you always have Conjure Barrage prepared, and it doesn't count against the number of spells you can prepare. Monster Slayer makes sense. You can also cast that spell with the first and second level spell slots. When you do so, the spell's damage is reduced by 1d8 for each slot level below third. That's such a cool concept. Casting high level spells at lower levels. I love that. That's so cool. So, because Conjure Barrage only does 3d8, right? But you can instead Conjure Barrage with a first level spell slot and do 1d8 damage. That is awesome. I love that. That is so... I don't care if Hunter was overall nerfed. That ability is so cool that that I don't care. I get it. Conjure Barrage is just a spell, but that's so fun. Superior Hunter's Defense. When you're hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against yourself, and you can redirect the other half of the damage to one creature other than the attacker that you can see within 5 feet of yourself. That's also fun. Imagine a situation where you're the ranger and, like, the bard just said something that made you really upset and they're standing next to you and you're just like, that's your damage now. I understand that the point is more to be used to redirect towards another enemy, but that'd be really funny. And I could definitely see people doing that. I love it. I like it. I like the changes. I like the changes to Ranger. It feels fresh. It feels new. There's some really cool ideas like this multi-attack. Like, I like it. Rogue my personal favorite of the three, the rogue. Well, Bard and Rogue are my 1 and 2 probably favorites of. Ranger is the redheaded stepchild, unfortunately to me. I think it's cool. I think the changes are really cool. We'll see what they do on that front. Rogue is an expert with Dex. Yep, makes sense. All right, guys. Or guys and gals and non-binary pals? What have we said about lore? We don't read the lore. We go on ahead to creating a rogue. To create a rogue, consult the following lists, which provide hit points, proficiencies, and armor training. If you're making first level, yep, normal rogue stuff, normal things, hit dice, yep, hit points, yep. All this is very normal. Very normal. Yes, I am biased towards rogues. I will admit it. Light armor training, very normal. Multiclassing a rogue, yep. All of this is very, very similar to what we've read for the other two in terms of what they are. Simply because all my non-rogues die. Hey now, I had a fighter that didn't die. Was he a fighter? He was a fighter. I had a fighter that didn't die, and I had an artificer that didn't die, and a cleric that's in question mark land, and that might be it. that might honestly be it. Sneak attack got changed. I'm excited to look at that. Expertise, you gain expertise. Cool. Sleight of hand and stealth are the iconic ones. Yep, all good. All that fun stuff. Understand. First level sneak attack. You know how to turn a subtle attack into a deadly one. Once on each of your turns, when you take the attack action, you can deal extra damage to one creature you hit with an attack roll if you're attacking with a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon, and at least one of these following requirements are met. Okay. You have advantage on the attack. Yep. An ally is adjacent. The ally has incapacity, no disadvantage. All that is normal. To determine the extra damage, roll a number of d6 equal to half your rogue level. Okay. That sounds normal. The extra damage type is the same as the weapon damage type. I like that. I like it. I like this. No longer do we have to go, they take more sneak damage. Also, I think everyone kind of already did this a little bit, to be completely honest with you. Double also, it makes what I was doing with Ira really, really cool. Yeah. One second. Sorry. All right. Thieves Can't. You picked up various languages. You know, Thieves Can't one other language of your choice, which you can choose from the standard and rare. Cool. I like it. Cunning action. Your quick thinking and agility allow you to think, move, and act quickly. On your turn, you can take one of the following actions: dash, disengage, or hide. Yep. You gain the Thief subclass or another rogue subclass of your choice. The Thief is detailed after the rogue's class description, and other subclasses will appear. Yep. Wait, which one do we get? Sorry, the Thief. Let's go. You get a feat. You get Uncanny Dodge. Uncanny Dodge has not changed. Subclass feature, expertise. Yep. Evasion. You can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain dangers. You can't use this feature if you're incapacitated. Cool. Was it always half your level? I thought it was less than that. I think it was always half your level, wasn't it? Classes. Let's find out. Rogue. Half your level, rounded up. Half your level, rounded up. Half your level, rounded. Yeah, it was always half your level, rounded up. Sorry. Reliable. No, evasion. Evasion hasn't changed. I don't remember if you if you always couldn't use it if you were incapacitated. Maybe it has changed, but I think that makes a lot of sense. You get a feat, you get a subclass feature, reliable talent. Oh, you know what this does mean? Wait, now I gotta know. Not reliable talent. No, that is new. Interesting. You can't use this feature. Oh, I get it. I know why they wrote that. Now, if you're incapacitated, you take full damage on dex saves, rather than just by default failing and taking half. This feature doesn't work if you're incapacitated. Okay. So that's just a nerf of evasion. But that's okay. I mean, evasion was kind of really strong, so I understand. Subclass feature, reliable talent. You have refined your talents until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that uses your skill or tool proficiencies, you can cheat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. Okay. That seems fine. That's kind of what it's always been. Feat, subtle strikes. When you attack, you know how to exploit a target's distraction. You have advantage on any attack roll that targets a creature that is within at least 5 feet of one of your allies who isn't incapacitated. So 13th level gives you advantage if there's an ally within 5 feet. Cool. That's really, really strong. That's also fine. I think it's a cool ability. Slippery Mind, gain proficiency in wisdom and charisma saving throws. That's also a buff, right? Yeah, Slippery Mind used to just be wisdom. Interesting. Feat, elusive. You're so evasive that attackers rarely gain the upper hand against you. No attack roll has advantage against you while you aren't incapacitated. And then Stroke of Luck at 18th level, which is kind of crazy. Thief. Let's go. Fast Hands at 3rd level. We skipped the lore. You have additional options for the bonus action of your cunning action, which you can do the following. Take the search action. Make a sleight of hand to pick a lock or disarm a trap. Okay. You gain a climb speed with second story work. You also can make a dex check when you jump instead of a strength check. I love it. I love it. Might make me actually want to play Thief. That's kind of cool. Rogue does get pack tactics, which is very cool. Makes a lot of sense. Supreme Sneak, you have advantage on every dexterity stealth check you make, provided you aren't wearing medium or heavy armor. Okay. Use Magic Device. In your treasure hunting, you have learned how to maximize the use of magic items, giving you the following benefits. You can attune up to 4 magic items at once. Whenever you use a magic item properly expends charges, roll a d6. On a 6, you don't expend the charges. And then you can use any spell scroll that bears a cantrip or a first level spell. You can also try to use any spell scroll that contains a higher level spell, but you must first succeed on an Intelligence Arcana check with a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level. They've nerfed this ability, I think. I'm going to need to check. And then Thief's Reflexes, you can now take a second bonus action on your turn, provided it is the bonus action from a cunning action. Okay. I'm going to go check Thief. Yeah, they did change it. They very much nerfed it. By 13th level, you have learned enough about the workings of magic that you can improve the use of items even when they are not intended for you. You ignore all class, race, and level requirements for the use of magic items. Now it's just, you can ignore that with scrolls, but you gotta make an Arcana check. And you can attune to more magic items, but you can't use stuff that, like, my elf can't use a dwarven thrower anymore, type of thing. Interesting. Feats, parts of a feat, yep, all of that fun stuff. This was all in the last one. Bonus feats at 20th level. DM can use bonus feats as a form of investment after the character reaches 20 level. Okay. Ability score improvement is a 4th level feat. Quindy's very angry about advantage on all stealth. I mean, it's strong. But, I mean, is the rogue ever going to fail a stealth check anyways? Let's be honest. So, smiles. I don't know. Ability score improvement is a feat now. Cool. You can repeat it. Cool. That's fine. Actor, 4th level feat, requires a charisma of 13. You get an ability score increase. You get impersonation and mimicry. Okay. I'm not going to go over all of these 100%. Athlete has a prerequisite of strength, dex, or con 13 plus. Cool. You gain a climb speed. Awesome. You can jump up with only 5 feet of movement. Yep. Okay, so that's pretty normal. Charger, proficiency with any martial weapon. You are trained to charge headlong into battle. It comes after reliable talent. It does come before reliable talent, but still, I mean, the rogue making stealth checks is, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me. Like, it just makes them 5% less likely to fail the things they were already 90% likely to succeed anyways. Improved dash. When you take the dash action, your speed increases by 10 feet for that action. Charge attack. Yep, okay, that's fine. Crossbow expert. Crossbow expert does not seem to have changed, really. Okay, you ignore loading. Yep, defensive duelist. You need a dex. I noticed that all these have prerequisites now, which is interesting. If you're holding a finesse weapon and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use reaction. Yep. Dual wielder has a prerequisite. Durable has a prerequisite. Elemental adept. Epic boons. Let's go. Epic boon of combat prowess. Expert or warrior group. When you miss a melee attack, you can hit instead. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you roll initiative. Read the light property. I haven't gotten that far yet. Epic boon of dimensional travel. You cast Misty Step without expending a spell slot. That's kind of not that great compared to this. Energy resistance. You become resistant to a type of damage, and you can change it. Okay. Epic boon of fortitude. Your hit point maximum increases by 40. And you regain additional hit points equal to your con modifier whenever you regain hit points. Wow. Boon of irresistible offense. The damage you deal always ignores resistance. Boon of luck. You roll a d10 and add the number rolled to the test. Okay. Boon of the night spirit. While within dim light or darkness, you can become invisible as an action. My God. Peerless aim, recovery. All the epic boons are ridiculous. You gain proficiency in all skills. Epic boon of speed increased by 30 feet. Okay, fighting styles. You need to be part of the warrior group. Cool. Grappler gets changes. Your accomplice what's the extra 5%? I don't know. The weird in between where they like land right on the number. 4th level feat. Sorry, I have a character that has this feat, so I kind of care a little bit more about it at the exact moment. You increase your strength or dex by 1. You have advantage on attack rolls against a creature grappled by you. Fast wrestler. You aren't slowed when you move a creature grappled by you, provided the creature is your size or smaller. Punch and grab. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike as part of an attack action on your turn, you can deal damage to the target and also grapple it. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I don't gotta waste an action to grapple anymore. I can just do it by hitting. All right, more feats, more feats, more feats. I apologize. If there's any feats specifically you guys want me to take a look at, let me know. Otherwise, there's so many of them. The spell lists exist. Cool. I literally don't care about the spell lists. All right, rules glossary. We still have ability check, difficulty class. Yep, the DM decides the DC. Makes sense. Armor training is a new name for armor proficiency. Okay, yeah, it's literally armor proficiency. Artisan's tools, the category of tools. Yep. Attack is an action. You can equip or unequip one weapon before or after any attack you make as part of this action. Cool. Grapples are also just unarmed strikes now. Right. That is right. But now you don't waste the unarmed strike on a grapple attempt. So, yeah, it just lets you deal the damage and grapple at the same time, which is fine by me. I like that. Please give me more reason for grappler to be for playing a wrestler grappler to be fun. Please, I want it. Give me more. Give me more. It's like one of my favorite things to do, and like it kind of sucks most of the time. Arcane spells, cool. A new version of the bark skin spell. You touch one willing creature protected with regenerating bark. Until the spell ends, the target skin assumes a bark-like appearance, and at the start of each of its turns, the target gains a temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, plus your proficiency bonus. Okay, go look at Mage Slayer and see how they've made it not useless. Bryn had Mage Slayer until events happened. So I will look at it. Because then maybe if those events get undone, I can ask Jacob if I can take Mage Slayer. You have Practice techniques useful in battling magic users gain the following benefits. Increase your strength or dex. When you damage a creature that is concentrating, it has disadvantage on the saving throw. If you fail an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw, you can cause yourself to succeed instead. Oh my goodness. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. That's cool. I like that. They gave it pseudo-legendary resistance. Yeah, that's very cool. One moment. All right. Blind sight. If you have blind sight, you can effectively see within a specified range without relying on physical sight. Cool, same as blind sight normally is. Chat, help me out real quick, okay? While I am looking at the rest of this, help me decide what I'm going to be ordering for dinner in like 5 minutes. A climb speed can be used to move on a vertical surface without expending the extra movement normally associated with climbing. Cool. Some creatures have spider climb. Yep. Creature types. Awesome. D20 test. It encompasses the ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. Yep. Cool. All that's fine. Whenever player character rolls a 1 for a D20 test, that character gains heroic inspiration. That DM determines whether a D20 test is warranted in any given circumstance. Okay. Dash. Yep. Make a bonus move. Oh, and they've redefined move as well. All right. There's a lot of stuff here, so we're going to scroll a little bit. Oh, exhausted is different. This condition is cumulative. Each time you receive it, you gain 1 level of exhaustion. You die if your exhaustion level exceeds 10, not 6 or 5. D20 rolls affected when you make a D20 test. You subtract your exhaustion level. Cool. And subtract your exhaustion level from the spell save DC. I like this version of exhaustion a lot. I like this one a lot. Finishing a long rest removes 1 level of exhaustion. When your exhaustion level reaches 0, you're no longer exhausted. This is also makes the ranger no longer being exhausted even cooler, because it seems like now that there can be 10 Arby's, now that there can be 10 levels of exhaustion, it sounds like you'll be getting exhausted a lot more often in D&D, which is very interesting. Fly speed, awesome. Grappled, yep. Grappled still looks like what they did with grappled and grappler. Help action, same thing. Heroic inspiration, here we go. Player character gain, you can give yourself advantage on D20 test. Okay, so it's exhaustion not being crippling is now. Yeah, it's very cool. Heroic inspiration is base inspiration, but you get 1 if you roll a natural 1. Easy, cool. Hidden condition. While you are hidden, you experience the following benefits. Concealed, surprise. You are hidden. You have advantage on the when you roll initiative. You have advantage on the roll. If you are hidden when you roll initiative, you have advantage on the roll. I love that. Why have I never thought of that? That makes so much sense. Attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and your attack rolls have advantage. Yep. And if you do something, yeah. All right. With the hide action, yep. Oh, interesting. I don't like this. Although you must be out of any visible enemy's line of sight. If you can see a creature, you can discern whether it can see you. I don't know if I like that. Assassin going to be viable? I mean, I played Assassin before that and it was fun. I don't like this though. You just have to make a DC 15 stealth check when you're obscured, blah, 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 blah. It can't be seen. And then the enemy has to make a perception check based off of your DC. They've made hiding way easier. That is all I'll say on that front. Obviously, I haven't played it. I don't know, but they've made it way easier. With the influence action, you can try to influence another creature to do something you request or demand. This action can only be used on creatures controlled by the DM and isn't mind control. It can't force a creature to do something that's counter to the creature's alignment. Oh my god. This is a whole thing. Attitude, interaction, and charisma check. Their attitude changes things. Interaction, either roleplay how your character interacts or describe your character's behavior. Focus on your character's request or demand. If the interaction is especially suited, the DM might grant advantage. And then you make a check. Interesting. I don't know if passive perception is gone, but passive perception obviously doesn't take precedent in the hide action anymore. Invisible, unseeable, you can't be seen, so you aren't affected by any effect that requires you to be seen. Okay. And then surprise and advantage. Okay. Jump is jump. How surprising. Light. Here we go. Someone who was it? Someone specifically, Hunyan specifically wanted me to look at light. When you take the attack action on your turn and attack with a light weapon in one hand, you can make an extra attack as part of the same action. Ooh. That extra attack must be made with a different light weapon in the other hand, and you don't add your ability modifier to the extra attack's damage. You can make this extra attack only once in each of your turns. So it's 2-weapon fighting. Or whatever that... Is it 2-weapon fighting, the one that is this description? If you have a short sword and a dagger, each which has a light property, you can... Yeah. It's 2-weapon fighting, but as part of the light weapon property. That's cool. No bonus action? Oh, it just happens. Oh, interesting. That's cool. They've made it stronger, which, to be honest, I mean, I never liked 2-weapon fighting because you had to use your bonus action for that. It kind of sucked because it was like, oh, I'm a rogue. I'm never going to use the other weapon in my hand. I have like 80 other things I could use my bonus action on. This is actually really nice. I like this. A long rest is a period of extended downtime, at least 8 hours long, available to any creature. Yep, cool. Yep. Oh, you regain all hit dice, not half hit dice now on a long rest. Magic, yep. Movement, cool. All of this seems pretty normal to me. Anything else that I should definitely stick out on when I look? A short sword is now a simple weapon rather than a martial weapon. Cool. Study, when you take the study action, you make an intelligence check to study your memory. Okay, cool. Oh, this is nice for DMs. They actually have like things that help you kind of put 1-to-1 on what that should be. Teleportation is a special type of magic, blah, 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 blah. Tremor sense, yep. Unarmed strike is a melee attack that involves you using your body to damage, grapple, or shove a target within your reach. Cool. Equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. I still want to play a freaking brawling ranger now. That'd be so much fun. Look at search. When you take the search action, you make a wisdom check to discern something that isn't obvious. The search table suggests which skills are applicable when you take this action. Oh, interesting. Okay. I like that. That's fun. It's really... Search action is really just them defining what we've been using forever anyways. I love this. Yeah, no, this is great. This is so good. All right, what did people say on the food? Asian food and Arby's. Those are two very different things. I am going to be ordering, I suppose, Arby's. Yeah, we'll go with Arby's. Why not? All right. Will I order my food? I don't really want to do the exit while I'm ordering food, but I do have work, unfortunately, in about an hour, which means that I need to go get ready for work while my food is on the way, and then I need to eat and then go to work and then come back. Tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm busy. Tomorrow, I work from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, I'm working 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Sunday, I'm working 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So no streams this weekend. We might stream Arma on Monday. Maybe. Possibly. We might stream an op. I've also been looking at Omega Strikers maybe as a game that we stream, and maybe I pull some of y'all in to play it with, even if you're interested. Not in voice chat necessarily, but but at least I could pull you in and have you help me out as other players. So if you guys are interested in that, that's an option. Go check out my Twitch. I think it's in the description. This is the fancy goodbye part, which also means that I should actually be on this. So this is the goodbye part. If you're interested in that, go check out my Twitch. We will play video games and all of that fun stuff. I appreciate you all for joining. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very good. 1 second. I've noticed that I'm still giving the Twitch for the Arcane Arcade. We're going to fix this stuff live, because why not? It'll be fun. I need to find Arcane Arcade. And I need to link the actual channel, rather than the Twitch channel that no one uses anymore, unfortunately. And then I need to watch me on Twitch. And then I know this one by heart because I type it so often. There we go. Awesome. All right, so everything should be in the description now. If you want to support me on Patreon, once again, thanks to the patrons, those being Andrew Lawrence and Cassandra. At some point, there'll be something a little more fancy than that for the screen that you get thanked in. But for now, it's that. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it, and I am endeavoring to do more and more to show that. I had a lot of fun looking over the stuff with y'all. I hope to catch you sometime in the next couple of days or weeks or months. As you know, you never know with me, so we will do that, and we will do that maybe Monday. And yeah, Omega Strikers, keep that in mind. If you want to join in game, then we can always look at that. Regardless, thank you for joining. As always, I will see you next time. And that is the end of the stream. Catch y'all around.